Hey guys, welcome to week 4 of our Module 1 training on leadership. Over the past few weeks, we've discussed what a leader is, being able to identify a problem, and we discussed the importance of having a vision for your life. In this final session for Module 1, we are going to wrap things up with a great topic. Previously, we discussed the fact that leaders don't lead problems. Leaders lead people. They work with other people, and together, they solve problems. So, here's the thing about being a leader. Before we can lead others, we have to learn how to lead ourselves. True leadership starts with yourself. So, why is it important that we are able to lead ourselves? One reason is that if we can't lead ourselves, it's going to be difficult to lead other people. Another reason is that leaders set the example. People are following you. They're following what you do, how you behave, and how you speak. When you're leading others, you're leading by giving them an example of how to go about solving a problem. Leaders don't just tell people what to do. Leaders show people what to do by providing an example. The people that you're leading need to see you being and setting a good example. They need to see you doing the right thing. They need to hear you speaking positively. They need to see that you work hard and you stay focused. People are not going to follow you just because you feel like they need to, or just because you say that there's a problem that needs to be solved. They're going to follow you because of what you do, what you say, and how you behave, not just because you tell them that they need to. So, now that we know a few reasons why we need to lead ourselves, let's look at how we lead ourselves. How do we become great leaders of ourselves so that we can become great leaders of others? One thing we have to do is understand a few things about ourselves. You need to know who you are as it relates to what is important to you. It's also important that you have a clear understanding of what you believe about yourself, your life, and the people and world around you. You also need to know what it is that you want out of life. Great leaders lead themselves by leading their actions, their feelings, and their thoughts. Leading your actions. We have to make sure that we have the right skills to lead and work with other people. So, let's look at a few skills that are important to becoming a great leader. The first skill is that leaders need to be able to manage their time. You cannot be a great leader if you are always waiting to the last minute to get your work done. You can't be a great leader if you're always late. It'll be difficult for you to be a great leader if you do not have the ability to say no to some of the things that you like or love doing. You know, the really fun stuff. Sometimes we need to be able to say no to those things so that we can focus on doing what needs to be done at the moment. Leaders have to be able to manage their time. Leaders also need to have great communication skills. Having communication skills doesn't mean that I'm just able to talk. It means that leaders have to know how to talk to people. Leaders need to be honest when they're communicating with other people. Leaders need to be direct when they're speaking to people. That means say what you mean and mean what you say. Leaders also need to do what they say they're going to do. That is called integrity. If you say you're going to do something, make sure that you do it. Now, those are just 2 great skills every leader should have. Of course, there's many more, and some of them you're going to learn throughout the course of this program. Another way to be a great leader of yourself is to make sure that you can do what you're asked to do before asking other people to do something. When the people who lead you ask you to do something, do you do it? When your parents, teachers, coaches ask you to do something, are you able to do what they say do? Do you do what you're asked to do? Do you do it when they ask you to do it? Do you do it with a good attitude? You cannot expect others to follow your directions when you don't follow directions yourself. So, how's your discipline? Do you do what you need to do even when you don't want to do it? Do you follow the rules? Do you work hard? Do you have good study habits? Do you do what you're supposed to do without someone telling you to do it? Or do you put it off and wait for your parents, your teachers, your coach to remind you of the work that you already know needs to be done? As leaders, we have to learn how to lead ourselves. Leading yourself also means being courageous. You have to be willing to sacrifice some of the things that you love to do, but may not be what's best for you at the moment. Be true to what you believe and what is important to you, even when those around you don't always agree. You have to be courageous enough to do what you know and feel is right. Next, lead your feelings. Leading yourself means that you have to learn how to regulate your feelings. Your feelings matter, but great leaders are not controlled by their feelings. What if you wake up tomorrow and you don't feel like doing what needs to be done? Do you not just do it because you don't feel like it? Now, it's very, very important for you to take care of yourself. Leading ourselves means that we take care of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. We have to be committed to taking care of ourselves, but we have to control our feelings. Every day, you are not going to feel like doing the things that need to be done that day. And that's okay. It's okay to have feelings. You need feelings to be compassionate about the needs of others, to help solve problems, and to help other people. But sometimes we get stuck in feelings that don't help us be great leaders of ourselves or others. We have to control our feelings. Your feelings are not in charge of you. You are in charge of your feelings. For example, if I always feel tired, maybe I need to exercise more and eat better foods to get the energy that I need. Maybe I need to get my schoolwork and chores done earlier so that I can go to bed at an earlier time. Maybe you've been feeling more sad than normal. That means that you should talk to someone who can help. Talk to a parent, a teacher, a school counselor, or your coach. Here's the truth about being a leader. You're not always going to feel like doing the things that are required of a leader. Some days you are not going to want to do the right thing. You're not always going to want to work hard. Sometimes you're going to want to skip out on your responsibilities. It happens. But just because you feel it doesn't mean it's okay to do it. In those moments, you have to remember why it's important for you to do what needs to be done. You have to remember the people that you're helping, and you have to remember the people that you're leading. Remember your why. That will be what helps you to push past what you're feeling and get done what needs to be done. Lastly, leaders have to lead their thoughts. What you think matters. Our thoughts help guide our actions. If we think we don't need to do our work, we probably won't do it. If we think that we don't matter, we won't feel like we matter, and we won't do what matters. You have to lead your thoughts. Think well of yourself and what you bring to the table. You have so much to offer. The world needs your ideas, your skills, and all of the great things that you are going to do in life. Think good thoughts about yourself, your life, and all of the things that you're able to do. Leaders have to lead themselves. You've got to lead your actions, your feelings, and your thoughts. And if we lead ourselves well, we can lead others well. So here's our work. Today, we're going to list ways that we are going to commit to leading ourselves better. So grab a pencil and some paper. Let's get to work.